Alright, so I had a little camera thing, so I was saying that these are not man-made concepts, you know. People have sat down and they have observed nature, looked at it, and seen how things work in nature, and thus figured out, well, if I'm a part of what's happening, so let me get in tune with that and not some concept or belief. You are what you think you are. So we, meaning all humans, I say, human, we say human, are carbon based. And carbon is black. So, you know, we are black in that sense. Every human is carbon based, or every physical thing is carbon based. And melanin is black in its concentrated form. When you look out into the night sky, and it is the blackness in carbon, the chemical. You understand? You have the so-called 4 elements: fire, air, wind, and water, and you have the 4 base elements. You know, carbon and oxygen, nitrogen. See, but these are chemicals. If you take out the C in chemical and put a K there, you see it's the same word and the same thing they talking about when they talk about, we called ourselves chem. You get the word chemical. So that is not our minds and our thoughts. If you know instinctively that black is devoid of stuff of creation, of manifestation, and you have been taught, and we have all been taught in school that, you know, it's negative. And if you have no understanding or knowledge of words and thoughts and how they, you know, and how they make or break you, plus, like I said, you are taught. We came up in their schools. You know, you might have been lucky and came up in a black school where they taught you black stuff. But we've been taught by Caucasians, called white people, about who we are. And we have been taught, and we study from their definitionaries called dictionaries. So when we think we are educated and knowledgeable, it is from somebody else's definition of everything. So black is defined as bad and white is defined as good. I don't care what you think you say you know and how positive you are in your blackness. In your subconscious, what you have been taught is black is bad, white is good. And then we are labeled these 2 different things. But we say we are all the same people. So, you know, we are taught this in the movies, on TV, in the news, in magazines, in comic books, in cartoons. It is constantly being bombarded in your brain. So every image, every place on earth does this. I don't care where you go, black and white is good and bad, and is bombarded into your brain. Wherever you go to Vietnam, the light ones are better than the dark ones. The people who live there forever. I don't care where you go. Black is evil. So if you still want to just be black, be black. You understand? We call ourselves Moor. Moor. This is what we call the land that we came up here in America. Because the cows say moo. We say Moor. And it means a lot more than black. It means supreme darkness. Moor. Supreme darkness. You understand? You're in darkness when you sleep. You're in darkness when you meditate. You're in darkness when you're in the womb of your mother. You are what you think you are. The New Age is not just about crystals and chanting Om and sitting around with a bunch of cool people. It's about transformation. This is a transforming time. It is not like any other time that any of the lifetimes that you can think of before. Because it has taken 25,000 years to get to this point. Astrologically, all that good stuff. So if you think you are black, you know, it's, you know, like, what happens when you die? And we all have to die. Every human I know has to die. With what? So what if you are thinking that you are black when you die and you don't even know what that means? You have no definition because there is no defining black because it's devoid. So you are what you think you are when you die. If you think you are black, then you will be dissolved into the void. You will not have everlasting life. Everlasting life, light, has individual consciousness. If you talk about everlasting life, you're talking about you, your consciousness, your true being, living forever. And that's light. Thinking black, no, devoid of light, when you die, your light will be just recycled, redistributed. Your consciousness is destroyed. There is no reincarnation as you think of it as. So it's the individual consciousness that you really want to live forever, not just your soul. Your soul, that light body, will live forever, but not with your consciousness if you don't know how to concentrate and do what you need to do now to get that consciousness strong enough to pass on into the next life. Another lesson. So you must draw the light consciously from the blackness that is your foundation. Draw it out of the black hole. And you must create or regenerate your light body that you call soul and all these other names that they call it. See, consciousness needs a form because there are three laws of the universe: geometry, form, mathematics, and vibration, sound. So consciousness needs a form, even in the afterlife. Not just this now, but in the afterlife, it needs a form to exist in, to be housed in. So you must create this light body while you are here now. This is one of the purposes, one of the things that we have to do here now while we're on this planet Earth, on this level of existence, on this plane, whatever you want to call it. If you don't do it now, it ain't gonna get done. You're not coming back and doing it over again. You know anybody came back? If you come back, you're gonna come back as a baby with new parents, as a new body, with a new experience in a new place, and you gotta start over again anyway. So all that reincarnation is crap. Even if it is you, you got to do it all over again. So by the time you realize it's you as an adult, you done made the same mistakes over. Now you like, oh damn, I gotta go through this again? No, it's crap. It ain't no reincarnation. What's reincarnated, what's true about it, is that your light that you have now, that your amount of life force is recycled. Not you. You out of here if you don't get it together now. So you can scratch all your old stuff. You've done. It's new. That knowledge won't help you from before. You got to learn it all over again. So black is not just a word. We call we black. Well, you black. I'm black. And now, well, now you're my nigga. My nigga. My nigga? Oh my God. It's not just a word. It's not our consciousness. It is where we draw from. It does exist. Blackness exists, but you have to get an overstanding of what real blackness is as opposed to the word that we have been taught. So it is the other part of the light. You have the light and you have the blackness. Everything in nature has two parts. You don't believe it, that's your problem. Belief is one thing, universal law is another thing. Darkness and light exist together. And light don't mean light skin. You know, we dogging each other cause you're dark and one is light and da 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 da. What is that? See, from darkness comes the light. One can't exist without the other, but you must have the consciousness to bring the light out of the darkness. If the consciousness just believes it's black, there is no light to manifest anything. Devoid, you are what you think you are. Thus there are two parts to our being. Supreme darkness is the true meaning of Khem. Supreme darkness, not black. And you probably can even add more stuff, more superlatives to that. You are in darkness, like I said, in the womb. When you sleep, when you meditate, when you close your eyes, they shut off the light. You are in darkness. That's where everything comes from. But the other side, the creative side, is the light. It is the yang, or the yang they call it here, yang. Positive anode on your battery, not positive anode. Resistance. Resist. Yin, non-resistance. Yang, resistance. Male, good. God, good God. So light manifests as material things in the world we see. You can't see without light. And the sun, if the sun decides to think it's black and turns off all of a sudden, we and the earth and everything in it will die. Dead, gone. No light, no life. No light, no life. I didn't make that up. Turn off the sun and see what happens. Turn off your belief and nothing happens. E equals mc squared, Einstein's theory of relativity. Light concentrates into matter, but also the equation he didn't talk about with the bomb is matter transforms into light. There's not the light is inside of me somewhere. I am, you are the light, manifest, concentrated into physical form, reality. We manifest into form 2 times the speed of light. That's what the mc equals squared means. 2 times squared the speed of light. That's 86,000 miles per second twice. You can't even think in that speed. Your thoughts move in that speed, but you can't realize them in that speed. Oh, well, you can. Let me take that back. No, you can. You have to learn how to do that. Without words, that's how you do it. Once you have a thought, as soon as you think about it in words, you have cut off that light speed. All manifestation radiates light. Radiation, raw, radio, raw, radiation. All manifest things radiate light. We call it dying. A rock will eventually dissolve because it's radiating its material substance. When we meditate to draw this light back within, we call this alchemy. We meditate, draw the light back within that we're giving off, concentrate it, cultivate it, and use it for magic, whatever, life. So we take that light, what you call magic, you take that light, which is just electromagnetic energy on our level, put in it, it comes into your body through the sun, and it becomes bioelectromagnetic energy. Beam, bioelectromagnetic energy. And you put intention on that light. Intent, ion. Ion is a part of an atom. You put intention on that light, and then you beam it out, or repeat words of power, persona, a vehicle that sound comes through. You put that light on sound to manifest it into the world. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So what you say, your words are your thoughts. So if you're speaking ignorance, I'm black. Do I look like this? So I, in the physical sense, am not black. My root, the basis of us, the carbon, the substance of the universal all, the melanin, is black. And that's where we're supposed to draw our light from. Not think that is what we are, because that's just one side of the light. You have the light and the darkness, which you call black, the color of it. So when you're full of yourself, when you have an ego, you cannot be possessed by other beings called whatever you want to call them. White, nobody, Chinese. You will be yourself. Nobody else can rule your body, because if you are devoid of yourself, no ego, black, anyone can come into your body and control you like they are doing with us now. You don't have to teach us to go to the back door anymore. It's already in our mind. Alright? So that's a whole nother problem. Look at post-traumatic slave disorder.